Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Collectibles, and today I'm going to be making a ranking video for Star Wars The Mandalorian, the new Disney Plus TV show that will be releasing, and I'm really excited to rank all of these Funko Pops for the line. There are 4 included in this line, and I'm going to be going over each of them. We are going to be ranking them out of a score of 5 for each. Then I will be going over my wants for the line, the ones that I actually want to pick up. Then I will be giving you my total score for the list, which will be out of 20, and that will also convert over to a percentage. And then I will be telling you my final verdict for it and just my final thoughts on the wave as well. So we're going to get started here at number 4. Alright, so at number 4 we have Kulil, and sorry if I mispronounce any of these names, I'm sure I'm going to, and I'm sure I already have with this one. But I actually quite like the design of this one. I think that it's pretty unique. The main thing taking me back is I'm not a huge fan of super small Funko Pops, and this one looks like it's going to be a smaller one, so I'm just not as big a fan of that, and it does look a little bit odd. It is a unique design, I will say, but it's just not super up my alley. So for this one, I'm going to be giving it a 2 out of 5 because it just doesn't wow me. And you also have to keep in mind, of course, I have not seen the show at this point, so I'm unable to tell you whether or not I actually like the character. So I'm just basing this off of design because we don't know any of these characters yet in the Star Wars universe. So I'm not too sure about what role they'll play in the show, but just design-wise, I'm not a huge fan of this one. I can appreciate the design, but just for my personal choices, I'm not a huge fan of it. But that's for number 4, and now we're going to move on to number 3. Alrighty, so at number 3 here we have IG-11, because of course every team in Star Wars has to have their droid mascot, and this one is pretty cool. I like the shaping of this. It's very unique and really tall, and also has a really unique like helmet or like head really, and I like the blaster that they're holding. I think that this one is fairly unique looking considering a lot of the droids tend to maybe blend together in design. I've never been a big fan of the droids. I've never really been super attached to any of them. I do like R2-D2 and his design, but the others I've just never really grown super attached to. It's like BB-8. I know a lot of people love that design, and don't get me wrong, it's a great design. It's just personally, I'm not a huge droid person, so for this one, I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5. I think that it's still alright, but just nothing that blows me away. Now we're going to move on to number 2. So at number 2 here we have Cara Dune, and this one is really cool actually. I like the hair color here. I like how it's a dark purple, and just the sculpting of it looks really cool. I love the little tattoo that she has under her eye as well. She has a bit of expression in her eyes as well with them squinting a little, and then also she's holding a knife in one hand and then a blaster, which is really unique too, having a knife there. You don't really see a ton of people wielding knives in Star Wars, since there's lightsabers and also blasters, of course, which she does have one of, but I like that dual wielding style there. I think that that's very unique, and for this one I'm going to be giving it a 3.5 out of 5. I'm not going to bother discussing her character too much because I don't know anything about her, so I'm going to have to wait to see the show until I decide whether or not I like the actual character, but design-wise, I think she looks pretty cool and unique. Now we're going to move on to number 1. At number 1 here, I have the Mandalorian, of course, the title character, who looks really great. I actually quite like this one. I think that the design is pretty unique. You can tell it's taking a lot of inspiration from like Boba Fett, but I really love how this one came out. I'm going to be giving this one a 4 out of 5. I wanted to get that score out of the way there, just so that you know what I'm ranking it as, and I think that this one looks really cool. I like the rusting around the helmet near the center. I like like kind of the dimensions of it and the lines around it. I think that looks very unique. The outfit's a little bit lackluster on the torso and legs. It's very bland in coloring wise, but I still think that it looks pretty cool. It looks like a real down and dirty sort of outfit here, like bounty hunter. So I do like that. That's how they probably should look, very down and dirty. But yeah, this one looks pretty great nonetheless. And now we're going to move on to my wants. So for this wave, I actually do not have any pops on my wants. I'm actually going to not be picking up any of these pops, at least at this time. And the thing is, I really want to see the show and then actually judge the quality of it, because if I don't like the show, I'm not going to buy any of the pops. But at the moment, I can't really say whether I like it or if I don't like it because I haven't seen it. So I'm going to be waiting, because none of the designs absolutely blow me away, so I'm not going to just blind buy them just based on design without knowing their actual characters. So I'm gonna wait and hear about the characters, but for now I have none of them on my wish list. But now we're going to move on to the score and final verdict for the wave. So my score for this wave comes out to 12 out of 20, and this translates to 60%. So this wave does pass, and I think that it's a fairly good wave. It is a small one, but that makes sense. It's for just a Star Wars series on Disney Plus. It's not like a full movie like The Rise of Skywalker, where it got 15 pops. This one's a much smaller scale here, but I think that it's still fairly cool. It seems like a pretty well-rounded team here, which I'm assuming they all work together within the series, so I think that that's pretty cool, and I feel like it has a unique feel to it, the wave. They feel very, like, as I was saying, very street level Star Wars kind of characters here, so I do like that, more basic color schemes, and that's why I like Cara Dune's hair, that it kind of stands out a bit more. Kind of reminds me of Sabine from Rebels. But yeah, overall I think that this is a fairly well done wave. Taking away my own personal thoughts here, I think that it's pretty cool, and I feel like if the show is successful, that a lot of people will want to pick up these pops. So that's what I think of the wave, and those are my final thoughts here. And let me know your thoughts on the wave. I want to hear what you think about it. Let me know your rankings down below. There's only 4 pops here, so it shouldn't be too difficult to rank them. It's not like the Rise of Skywalker wave, but let me know your thoughts. I'm very interested to hear them, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, and also subscribe if you want to see more videos, including all of my rankings, my monthly haul videos, and some of my reactions. Be sure to check all of those out. Thank you so much for your support. I will see you all next time, and always remember, keep on collecting.